Ooh, it has been a hard year for Disney. Not doing so well. In fact, their stock is back under $90 again. They're very desperate to try to get it back up to 90. Maybe it'll go back above 90 when this video gets posted. It probably will. But it's struggling to stay there. I want to point that out. It's not doing so well. It's feeling kind of sick. Now, one of the reasons that this is probably happening is because Disney has had multiple box office disasters over the past 2 years. A lot of box office disasters. The company, they want to get extremely political, and they want to push all this stuff in their movies that divide the country. We just had it recently again with Elemental. I will give them some props this time because they didn't make it in the marketing. This is in reference to one of the blue water characters. Apparently is non-binary. And the actor came out and made that explicit the other day. And they never marketed it or mentioned it. However, this is also what I said. You have to screen Disney movies now before you show them to kids. And a lot of people don't want to do that. So I think a lot of families have just lost trust in Disney. Most of their shit is bad. Elemental is a historic flop, by the way. I think the lowest box office in Pixar's history. And then Indiana Jones is coming out this year. That movie's coming out. Actually, it's like 2 or 3 weeks. That's going to be a huge flop. That's going to be a disastrous flop. And then, don't forget, another Marvel property is coming out. I think in a day or two. First 2 episodes will be out. Okay, June 21st. So tomorrow, you'll be able to watch the first episode of Secret Invasion, where apparently Nick Fury complains about race relations. Boy, oh boy, that sure does sound like a fun Marvel show to watch, doesn't it? I'll likely be skipping this one. I'm not interested in social justice fury. I don't care about that. Don't want to watch it. So I'll likely be skipping it. I'll go watch that review from Film Threat. It's pretty telling. It's over on Chris Gore's channel. Apparently, Nick Fury is all about social justice now, which is not something I give a shit about, especially when it comes to Marvel. So, already a shitty show. I guess Nick Fury gets cucked the whole show. Amelia Clark, apparently the true star of the show. I don't know. I just have no interest in this. All the Disney shows have been shit. And then, later down the line, we have the Marvels, which I expect to be a catastrophic failure. Disney doesn't have the money this time to put butts in seats like they did last time, though that is a theory that some people have had. I do think there was something suspicious with that movie. I can't prove it, so I concede that it got $1 billion. However, I don't think you're going to see that this time with the Marvels. I don't think they can afford fortification with that movie. So it's going to be really fun to laugh at that trash fire. Samuel Jackson already doing his best to make people not want to see it as he goes out in Milady's for Brie Larson, tips his hat in a white knight fashion. Samuel Jackson defends Brie Larson from critics who just hate strong women, which is easily disproven because plenty of dudes like strong women. Take Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman over here on the right, for example. Just about everybody likes her. Even though 1984 was a piece of shit, the first movie is quite good. Nobody complained about that movie. The only complaint I had about the first Wonder Woman movie was that I wish it had taken place during World War II, like the character originally did, but it is what it is. It's not the worst thing in the world. I still think the first one was quite good. There's a lot of great movies with female leads. The problem is Captain Marvel is just a shitty movie. It's a trash movie. It's awful. Brie Larson has no charisma. She's like a charisma vacuum in that movie. The hero is selfish. She literally beats the shit out of some motorcycle guy, steals his motorcycle and clothes. Nothing she does is for anybody's benefit but her own. It's a shit movie. But no, it's, oh, you just don't like strong women. This is that same bullshit argument that people make when they want to call people racist for not liking Lord of the Rings, but then, you know, Creed comes out, people go watch it. Spider-Verse comes out, people go watch it. House of the Dragon comes out, people go watch it. But I guess all of the races, they just piled over Rings of Power. That was the line, the shitty show. So he's out miladying it up. Here's some quotes from him. Apparently, Brie's a stronger person than people give her credit for. We had done Kong together, which was not the most wonderful experience for either of us. We became great friends during that particular experience because we were having such a hard time. Wait till you hear that. This is what's fun. Listen to this one. Not this one. The next one's the best. Unicorn Stone is about them doing a movie together. I think that's the Netflix movie. Yes, it is. He says, then when we was doing her movie, Unicorn Store, and trying to get a particular actor, I was in the makeup trailer with her, and I was like, why are you going to hire this other actor and not trying to get me to do your movie? She said, I don't think you'd ever do it, so will you? And I was like, let's do it. And then they also bonded during the 2016 presidential election when Trump won, with Jackson telling Larson to not let him break you during that experience. Then we bonded through the election while we were doing her movie when Donald Trump won. She was broken, and I was like, don't let him break you. You have to be strong now. Can you imagine them crying? She's crying in the fetal position, and he's there crying with her because Trump won. These people in Hollywood are insane. Then there's this one. That comment led to Jackson to praise Larson for not letting these incel dudes who hate strong women affect her with their comments, celebrating Larson for not compromising on who she is. Then when she got Captain Marvel, she called me and she was like, they want me to be in the Marvel universe. Should I do it? And I was like, hell yeah, let's do it. But she's not going to let any of that stuff destroy her. These incel dudes who hate strong women, or the fact that she's a feminist who has an opinion and expressed it, everybody wants people to be who they want to be. She is who she is, and she's genuinely that. I will say that she's actually been better lately, but this is some funny inside knowledge on her. I love that she broke down and cried in the fetal position when Trump got elected. I think that that's hilarious, and he had to comfort her. By the way, remember Miss Marvel died? And everyone's laughing. Like, people had meltdowns over this. That's what was funny. And everyone's like, it's comics. She's going to come back to life in no time. And here is evidence that that is true. Because in September, Emma Frost and Tony Stark are getting married. Why that is, I don't know. He was just engaged to Hellcat 2 years ago. But now he's marrying Emma Frost. He's always kind of had a thing with her. Like, they've flirted back and forth. I remember during the Civil War, like, they had like lunch and anyway. Here's what's funny. Do you notice anything about this? I want you to look at the top right. Who is that? Oh, look. It's Miss Marvel. By the way, the proportions on this, like, they look awful. But there you go. She'll be back by September. That is kind of a record, to be honest, on coming back to life. Only a couple of months. Boom, she's back. Usually they leave people dead for at least a couple of years. But no, she'll be back in time for the movie, as people predicted. What was even the point of killing her? Oh, media coverage. So that is a nice little way to end this video. made a short on it, but for those of you that don't like those, I understand. So I'll show you here in this video. But that is what's going on now. So there she is. She's back to life already. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.